and my hands were like the hands of a stranger. I was made to sing songs and to mock the trees, though I was afraid of them. At the same time I saw myself laughing, and I was very sad for this fine young man who was myself. Ah, the children of the night know magic." "I think that is done by the spirits of the mist. They change a man if he sleeps among them," said Puck. "Had you slept in any mists?" "Yes, but I know it was the children of the night. After 3 days I saw a red light behind the trees, and I heard a heavy noise. I saw the children of the night dig red stones from a hole and lay them in fires. The stones melted like tallow, and the men beat the soft stuff with hammers. I wished to speak to these men, but the words were changed in my mouth, and all I could say was, 'Do not make that noise, it hurts my head.' By this I knew that I was bewitched, and I clung to the trees and prayed the children of the night to take off their spells. They were cruel. They asked me many questions which they would never allow me to answer. They changed my words between my teeth till I wept. Then they led me into a hut and covered the floor with hot stones, and dashed water on the stones, and sang charms till the sweat poured off me like water. I slept. When I waked, my own spirit, not the strange shouting thing, was back in my body, and I was like a cool, bright stone on the shingle between the sea and the sunshine. The magicians came to hear me, women and men, each wearing a magic knife. Their priestess was their ears and their mouth. I spoke. I spoke many words that went smoothly along like sheep in order that when their shepherd, standing on a mound, can count those coming, and those far off getting ready to come. I asked for magic knives for my people. I said that my people would bring meat and milk and wool and lay them in the short grass outside the trees, if the children of the night would leave magic knives for our people to take away. They were pleased. Their priestess said, "For whose sake have you come?" I answered, "The sheep are the people. If the beast kills our sheep, our people die. So I come for a magic knife to kill the beast." She said, "We do not know if our God would let us trade with the people of the Naked Chalk. Wait till we have asked." When they came back from the Question Place, their gods are our gods, their priestess said, "The God needs a proof that your words are true." I said, "What is the proof?" She said, "The God says that if you have come for the sake of your people, you will give him your right eye to be put out. But if you have come for any other reason, you will not give it. This proof is between you and the God. We ourselves are sorry." I said, "This is a hard proof. Is there no other road?" She said, "Yes. You can go back to your people with your 2 eyes in your head if you choose. But then you will not get any magic knives for your people." I said, "It would be easier if I knew that I were to be killed." She said, perhaps the God knew this too. "See, I have made my knife hot." I said, "Be quick then." With her knife heated in the flame, she put out my right eye. She herself did it. I am the son of a priestess. She was a priestess. It was not work for any common man. "True, most true," said Puck. "No common man's work, that. And afterwards?" "Afterwards I did not see out of that eye any more. I found also that a one eye does not tell you truly where things are. Try it." At this Dan put his hand over one eye and reached for the flint arrowhead on the grass. He missed it by inches. "It's true," he whispered to Una. "You can't judge distances a bit with only one eye." Puck was evidently making the same experiment, for the man laughed at him. "I know it is so," said he. "Even now I am not always sure of my blow. I stayed with the children of the night till my eye healed. They said I was the son of Tyr, the god who put his right hand in a beast's mouth. They showed me how they melted their red stone and made the magic knives of it. They told me the charms they sang over the fires and at the beatings. I can sing many charms." Then he began to laugh like a boy. I was thinking of my journey home," he said, "and of the surprised beast. He had come back to the chalk. I saw him. I smelt his lairs as soon as I ever left the trees. He did not know I had the Magic Knife. I hid it under my cloak, the knife that the Priestess gave me. Ho, ho! That happy day was too short. See! A beast would wind me. 'Wow!' he would say. 'Here is my flint worker!' He would come leaping, tail in air. He would roll. He would lay his head between his paws out of merriness of heart, at his warm, waiting meal. He would leap, and oh, his eye in mid leap when he saw the knife held ready for him! It pierced his hide as a rush pierces curdled milk. Often he had no time to howl. I did not trouble to flay any beasts I killed. Sometimes I missed my blow. Then I took my little flint hammer and beat out his brains as he cowered. He made no fight. He knew the knife. But the beast is very cunning. Before evening all the beasts had smelt the blood on my knife, and were running from me like hares. They knew. Then I walked as a man should, the master of the beast. So I came back to my mother's house. There was a lamb to be killed. I cut it in 2 halves with my knife, and I told her all my tale. She said, 'This is the work of a God.' I kissed her and laughed. I went to my maiden who waited for me at the dew ponds. There was a lamb to be killed. I cut it in 2 halves with my knife, and I told her all my tale. She said, 'It is the work of a God.' I laughed, but she pushed me away, and being on my blind side, ran off before I could kiss her. I went to the men of the sheep guard at watering time. There was a sheep to be killed for their meat. I cut it in 2 halves with my knife, and told them all my tale. They said, 'It is the work of a God.' I said, 'We talk too much about gods. Let us eat and be happy, and tomorrow I will take you to the Children of the Night, and each man will find a magic knife.' I was glad to smell our sheep again, to see the broad sky from edge to edge, and to hear the sea. I slept beneath the stars in my cloak. The men talked among themselves. I led them, the next day, to the trees, taking with me meat, wool, and the curdled milk as I had promised. We found the magic knives laid out on the grass, as the Children of the Night had promised. They watched us from among the trees. Their priestess called to me and said, 'How is it with your people?' I said, 'Their hearts are changed. I cannot see their hearts as I used to.' She said, 'That is because you only have one eye. Come to me, and I will be both your eyes.' But I said, 'I must show my people how to use their knives against the beast, as you showed me how to use my knife.' I said this because the Magic Knife does not balance like the flint. She said, 'What you have done for the sake of a woman, and not for the sake of your people.' I asked of her, 'Then why did the God accept my right eye, and why are you so angry?' She answered, 'Because any man can lie to a God, but no man can lie to a woman. And I am not angry with you. I am only very sorrowful for you. Wait a little, and you will see out of your one eye why I am sorry.' So she hid herself. I went back with my people, each one carrying his knife, and making it sing in the air. See, see. The flint never sings. It mutters, ump, ump. The beast heard. The beast saw. He knew. Everywhere he ran away from us. We all laughed. As we walked over the grass, my mother's brother, the chief on the men's side, he took off his chief's necklace of yellow sea stones. 'How? Eh? Oh, I remember! Amber!' said Puck. 'And would have put them on my neck. I said, "No, I am content. What does my one eye matter if my other eye sees fat sheep and fat children running about safely?" My mother's brother said to them, "I told you he would never take such things." Then they began to sing a song in the old tongue, the song of Tyr. I sang with them, but my mother's brother said, "This is your song, O buyer of the knife. Let us sing it, Tyr." Even then I did not understand. till I saw